need a lower chair. Where's the lower chairs at? Un momento. Okay, so we definitely need more chairs. Things are hectic right now. Our cat is not doing well. Oy. I just got home from work and I went to go drop off food for Jonathan, and honestly, it's just been a really long whirlwind right now. I stuck with the basic chili. This is why it's difficult for me to film at home, because I didn't feed them. He might be hungry, but I gotta eat first. So that makes me a terrible mom. Oh my gosh. Do I have a story for you? It took me back, and I realized I do hold grudges. It's just like the dog's eating something. There was this girl, always about a girl, who was a year older than me. Technically, I should have been in her grade, but my cutoff for my birthday was in Jonathan's grade. So this girl, I'm just gonna say it. Her name was Sarah with an H, and I had beef with Sarah without an H in high school, which I talked about. I'll talk about again. Well, we're gonna cut that out, and you're gonna figure it out, because she would just relish in me talking about her to this day. Now this Sarah, I didn't know her too well. I always say, you remember what they said, remember how they made you feel. And this girl just made me feel rotten. She was attractive. I mean, not so much anymore. Oh my god, I've been running into everybody from back in the day and they just look like ass. And I'm like, I hope I do not look like that. Ooh, she recognized me right away. I was on my job walking through the aisle. She was with her husband and her ugly dog. This dog was ugly, y'all. And I'm not just saying that because she's ugly on the inside. And she looked down. I was petty, y'all. I could have just kept walking straight, but I wanted her to know that I knew that she knew that it was me, that I know it's her. And I looked down at her dog as I walked on by, and I looked up at her, I looked down at the dog, and I was like, And hopefully that's going to be the last time I ever see her. And then I'm on Broadway. And then she'll be sorry. This girl was the first girl. It should have been the last, I know. In retrospect, that should have been the last. But it was the first girl that my then boyfriend cheated on me with. And then openly admitted it to me. It was the summer of... It had to be the summer of 03, honestly. Summer of 03. Bump it 50 Cent like it's 03. Do not take that bar from me. It's gonna be my legacy. Just you wait. I started Fuck My Life, y'all. I have no proof. But this bar right here, this is the proof. And you think, Lauren, that was so long ago. Get over it, right? Not only did she do that, but she egged my house with people from, it's a long story, but she egged my house as if I was the one that hooked up with her man. So yeah, we have some grievances we never aired. I felt like I stood tall, bro. Revenge is looking good. And she did not look good. She did not look like how she used to, you know what I'm saying? Bro. I must run into 5 people that I grew up with, or that I went to high school with, in the past couple months. And they all look like zombies. Because they have kids. This one girl was so out of it, she didn't even know how to conversate. But there she was, with her perfect golden retriever and her scary, The Shining children. Beautiful, but terrifying. And her husband, living the dream. I mean, she's just not all there. She was not all there. At all. She didn't remember me. Her name was Lauren also. I just hope I don't look like that, y'all. I don't. People ask me all the time if I have kids. And I say personally, they would steal my youth and my beauty. Especially if it was a female. When it's a female, because my grandma had 3 girls and 1 boy. My mom had 3 boys and 1 girl. And the pattern goes 1 girl. Just even saying it. No, 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 no. We're not doing that. Why I didn't have a sandwich from Potbelly's? I'm so dissatisfied with food these days. I'm just so dissatisfied. There is so much you can eat, but that's why you really haven't seen me on here, because I just haven't really been knowing what to eat. This is my diary, though. This is my vlog. I am vlogging this shit. And I'm telling you what's happening because, man. Let go of the past, they say, you know. Look for forgiveness. Yeah, we're sloppy. This is where I get preachy, and there's no more food. So if you want to say, you can. But yeah, I gotta move if I never want to see these people again. And I still might run into people. But I would say I'm notorious around these parts. You know? I was thinking, what could she possibly be saying to her husband about me? And I'm like, why do I care? But it's just ironic because it's like, in my story, you were the wrongdoer, you know, you were the villain. But I guess I just gotta forget those things. Or I'm trying to process why I felt the way that I felt. And it was just a lot of unresolved feelings, a lot of unresolved trauma, a lot of regret of me, a symbol of me not leaving that relationship at that point, because that was the very, very beginning. It was literally the summer that I graduated 8th grade, and it was my first relationship, and he did me dirty with a girl at my school, and then he did it with all the girls in my freaking high school. But I was public enemy number one. How do you figure? And then, you know, people tell me, get out of this victim mentality. Guys, that's why I'm here. I've had the victim mentality my entire life, and I'm telling you why, because it just feels like the things that happened to me, the things that happened for me, to tell you guys, because it's that much of a joke that I can just write this shit. It doesn't make sense, because all my life I have truly just tried to stay in my lane, and then I feel like people swerve into it. They ride my coattails. They ride my dick. I just gotta learn how to navigate the bullshit of life and then talk about it to y'all so then we can just all learn things together. I'm not sure, but I feel like I'm legitimately fucking going crazy. But yeah, it just feels very... all the things you hear about narcissists versus empaths and all that shit. I'm not going to go into the spiel. If you know me, you know me. Alright, y'all. We'll talk next time. Hopefully with better food. Hopefully with more food. This was just a chit me chat. Chimmy chat.